Alright, so I've been meaning to make another video for a while now. It's been almost 4 months since the last time I made something for this channel, and I didn't even upload that one, so it's been almost, I think before that was 5 months, but yeah. There are things that I was planning on talking about, but now that I started the video, I completely forgot what I was going to talk about. So I'm probably going to ramble on until I remember what I was going to talk about, but yeah. Oh, by the way, I got these new gloves. They're actually pretty nice. I don't know if you can see the pattern on them or not, but yeah. But this has been a minute already, and I still can't remember what I was going to talk about. Oh yeah. There are some people that are happy with the way, the United States is and the way the laws in their state are. I'm happy with the laws in my state. To be honest, I'm perfectly okay with them. However, there are like 1 or 2 federal laws that I don't believe deserve to exist. But like, there are some people that are just upset about everything, and then there are other people that are happy with everything, even though there are pretty horrendous laws out there. And then there are people kind of like me, where we find ourselves in between. It's kind of like is the glass half full or half empty kind of thing. Well, for me, it's just a cup of water. There is as much there as you see is there. You want more, pour more in. You want less, then drink what you have, and there'll be less. That's kind of how laws are. If you don't like the way the laws are, people try and add more. People who dislike the laws will try and send bills to have them repealed and all this other stuff. I think that ideally there should be an equal amount of bills being like for repealing and for adding laws. I don't think there should be more laws made than repeal. I think there should be a happy medium. However, if you actually pay attention to the laws being made, you'll know that there are always a lot more laws being made than repealed. And that kind of bothers me in a way. Because it means that every once in a while there's going to be something that you're not going to be allowed to do anymore. Did you know that in 1986 there was an amendment called the Hughes Amendment, which made it to where you could no longer legally buy a newly manufactured machine gun. What that means is that all machine guns made after 1986 cannot be bought or purchased by civilians. Some people may think that's a good thing, but in terms of automatics, almost no one will use a gun that they legally bought in a crime unless they were already planning on doing that before they bought it. And the thing with machine guns is that they're an NFA item, so you literally have to really, really want one in order to get one, and you have to pass a whole bunch of tests. Everyone's like, oh, background checks don't work, da-da-da. That's because the background check that they propose, like NICS background check, is a giant pile of shit. The instant criminal background check that you have to fill out and do whatever, that's not even a real background check. It's literally like 6 questions or something like that. I think it might be more than 6, but if you actually go, you can go and download a PDF copy of it. It lists the questions right there. You can read it, and it's all like stupid simple. Like, Have you ever committed a felony? Check yes, check no. If you lie on this test, you will be arrested. Do you understand? Check yes or check no. And I believe the very last question is, have you lied on this test? And then there's a yes or no checkbox. And it's literally like stupid simple. Like you just read it and think, what do they want me to put? And you can just put it. And even though it is illegal to lie on there, like you could basically just BS your entire way through it. Because I read the PDF, PDF copy of it. Just type in on Google, Instant Criminal Background Check, PDF. PDF is a digital book, basically, of a copy of it. A PDF file is basically just like it's kind of like Word document, except it's uneditable. It's basically just a book that you can go open, read. It's pretty freaking awesome. That's how a lot of like criminals and stuff will get information, is from PDFs as well, because the federal government isn't that keen on censoring PDF files because they don't know very much about them, but you can actually get instruction manuals on like how to blow stuff up, how to make machine guns, all kinds of stuff in PDF form as well. So there's that side of it, but yeah. You can also get ATF forms, like Form 1 through 4, I think. I think there's actually a Form 9 even, but that's for transferring to museums, and that's really never done ever. And I think there's also ones about artillery, manufacturing, ammunition, other things, but 1 through 4 is basically all this, like, forms that like a civilian might ever need to do. I think Form 1 and Form 4 are just the main 2 civilian forms. But yeah. Form 1 is for civilian conversion into an NFA item, which requires just as much. Actually, it might require more paperwork than if you wanted a Form 4. Form 4 is what you have to fill out and do a whole bunch of nonsense for if you want to buy an already existing NFA item or something like that. An NFA item is a National Firearms Act, which was something passed in 1931. After 1931, if anyone's ever like watched and you notice that there isn't like mobs and anything like that, like the mobsters and stuff from the 1920s, who that, like, you know how mobsters in the 1920s had Tommy guns and everything, and there was like roaring gunfights everywhere. Well, the reason that stopped is because of the 1931 National Firearms Act, which made a machine gun a third-class firearm. And since then, there have only been 2 reported cases of someone using a legally obtained machine gun to kill someone. One of them was actually a police officer. Imagine that. He came home early, found his wife with another guy, so he went, got the machine gun out of the trunk of his car, and killed this other guy. I do not know the other instance. I think it was actually the instance where that girl accidentally shot the dude in the face, the instructor with that Uzi. It was on the news a while ago, I don't know if you've seen it, but girl basically accidentally shot some dude in the face at a full auto shooting range on accident. Although I guess technically it wasn't a murder, it was an accidental homicide, whatever, but yeah. So the National Firearms Act basically makes it next to impossible for anyone to just walk in and buy them. Pistols were originally on the NFA list, but they were removed a couple years ago for whatever stupid reason. And now pistols are the most common gun used in murdering people. A pistol is used almost 9,000 times every year to kill a human. That's actually from the police crime statistics or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. They take all the police reports and they turn it into a like crime stats report. I can't remember there's actually a word for it. I can't remember what it's called. You can get a PDF copy of that too, where it's actually like summarizes all like the data and everything. Handguns are the most common. Right behind was second. Shotguns was the second category, but that's probably due to like hunting accidents and whatever, cause you know whatever. Then after that is rifles. And then what was the next category? I don't think there was an extra category after that. I don't think. But the NFA items are almost never used in a crime unless it is an illegally manufactured NFA item. Like machine guns, the only criminal act involving machine guns that are perpetrated today is the criminal act of making a machine gun. People really don't use machine guns in crimes because anyone who's actually held one or used one knows that they're kind of useless if you don't get like a really, really good one, like a M16 or something. Like if you have a submachine gun, I've actually fired 2 submachine guns in my life at full auto shooting ranges. They are fairly uncontrollable, and when I was shooting the FNP90, I really wanted to switch to semi-auto, but you're at full auto shooting range. You're supposed to use them all in automatic, so I was like, whatever. Although, interestingly enough, the P90 actually has a 2-stage trigger, which it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter to explain that, but yeah, I mean, they're relatively useless. I mean, there's really no reason they should be illegal, but there's also no reason they should be legal, either way. But the people who say you need a reason to own something are as stupid as, well, stupid can be, basically. That's just one of those things that I always hate is when people say, why do you need that? I just absolutely hate when people say that. It makes me want to punch people in the face. Actually, on my other channel, I made a rant video about the why do you need that question. Because it made me angry. It made me really, really angry. So I basically went and listed a whole bunch of things that you don't need but you like having. Like a cup holder in a car, skylights in a car, being able to choose what color you want for your car. You don't need to be allowed to choose what color you want for a car or a house. You don't need to have windows for your house either. I mean, on a car, you kind of need windows to see out where you're going, or else you're going to crash into things. But on a house, you don't need windows. There's really no reason to have windows on a house. But you have them because you like them. They're a luxury item. And that is one of those things that always makes me angry. Is that people just don't understand that. But, I mean, if I could choose between allowing machine guns and not allowing, I would allow them as long as the NFA, system was to be in place, because I actually like the NFA system. It's actually a really good one. And I do agree with that one. There are other laws that I don't agree with at all because they're stupid and make no sense. But